Before we even start this video, guys, I just gotta take a minute to soak in the sunshine that we are finally getting here in California. What's up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. So, a lot of you guys have been, talking about how good the OBS here looks, and well, obviously, I have to agree. I think it looks pretty spectacular now that we got it lifted, but there's still a couple things on the truck that obviously I would like to remove. The little Nerf bars that came on the truck when I bought it have never been my favorite thing. That being said, though, now that it's lifted up, they do look better than it did when it was lower, because it kind of really didn't make any sense to me when it was lower. And then this trim going down the side, and it's weird because I kind of now don't necessarily hate it now that I see the truck lifted. I think it kind of helps hide the fact that it's a crappy paint job. Or it's not like a government issued OBS from back in the day that didn't have the little XLT trim on it. So I'm kind of on the fence about taking it off, but I think it's the right call to clean the truck up, is to remove the Nerf bars, remove the trim, and then hopefully today my new mirror shows up. But we're going to head over to the warehouse right now. Dave's over there cleaning out the truck from yesterday. Last night was a super late night. If you guys remember, we went up to Los Angeles to install the portal project up at Sony, and we ended up getting home at about 2:30 last night because we didn't want to, go up there and come back in 2 days. So we made it a long haul, one night shot, got it all installed, and got back. So we're gonna go meet up with Dave right now, and then we'll start to work on the OBS here. Hey! Right. Hey! Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Good, man.
Well, the shop's looking great. Got rid of all our scrap steel.
Recycled it.
Oh, you did good, man. That's real smart. Did you give it to that tweaker that was here about 2:30 last night?
I was looking for plastic bags.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when we came to drop the truck off here last night, there was this tweaker going around into all the trash cans, like sketchy, flashlight in his mouth.
Just because somebody's pushing a shopping cart full of stuff with a dog at 2:30 a.m. in an industrial complex looking for plastic bags, you can't assume he's a tweaker.
You know what? It just hit me. Maybe
What?
he needed a plastic bag because his dog went to the bathroom, and he wanted to be a responsible person and clean it up.
Freaking surgeon just got out of 14 hours of surgery, taking his dog for a walk, pushes the cart for calf exercise.
That's good. It's a good workout, yeah. Well, Dave, we better get that truck back, man. You want to go get the truck back? Or take the truck back?
We got time for you to pour another cup of
We do have time for you to pour another cup of coffee, Dave. All right. Got our old girl Penske 26 here. Get her fired up. Dave?
Rhino!
Dave, you just hang out around dumpsters with an AC lift?
Plastic bag, Doug.
Maybe. So before we head back to the rental yard, we're gonna go fill the truck up over at the truck stop, because I think they charge you like $8 a gallon for diesel if you just bring it back to them empty. So we burned through about, I'd say, a half a tank yesterday, a little more than a half a tank, which ain't too bad for this truck. Now I will say, aside from the trip yesterday being super bumpy and the truck only wanting to go about 55 miles an hour, I'm gonna miss this thing, man. This truck's been it's been a pleasure to drive. Seriously, my favorite thing ever. Could I install one of these on my truck? What's up, dog? Oh my God! Is that a Penske 26? That's a Penske 26, Dave.
Look at this liftgate. Look at that.
Oh man, look at that's a liftgate. He's got like an external liftgate. Ours tucks up underneath.
Why?
That gets in the way. I don't know why you go with that liftgate. That liftgate gets in the way. So this truck stop also has a certified CAT scale, which is where I took my truck when I bought it from Arizona. Yeah, obviously when you import it into state, you have to get it weighed. I'm really curious as to what my truck weighs now that it's been lifted. Obviously it's probably a lot heavier than it was. So one of these days I'm probably gonna bring it over here and do a little check to see how much weight we added to my my B2B. Was in it when they gave it to us?
13/16.
Okay, all right. Well,
how much you got right now? Let's sort this out, because
we ain't giving them more fuel than they gave us.
It'd be a mathematical equation.
So he's the only guy that pulls out a pencil to figure out how much fuel to put in. I like it, Dave. I like it.
All right. So 60, let's say 60 gallons. All right.
This is the math problems I told you guys about, like the word math problems you had in high school. Like, this is it coming to real life.
Let's say we got 27 right now. Okay, so we want to put in 33 gallons, all right?
Now you would think at the truck stop the diesel would be a little bit more reasonable, but it's still $4.42 a gallon.
Oh, it's not reasonable.
No. I feel bad for these truckers that got to fill up a couple 100 gallons. Hey, they got gas diesel mitts. Is it empty? Look at that. All right, hurry up, Dave. We got 5 gallons to go. Oh, that's a nice diesel mitt there, dude. You ready, Dave? Get ready. You got your diesel mitt ready?
I'm ready, dog. I'm ready.
And no. No. Now we need to head to BJ's Rentals to return our AC lift. Well, I'm not sure where Dave went, but we're definitely not fitting in BJ's small little yard over there, so we're gonna drop the old AC lift here on the street. Oh, hey, Dave. Dave?
Hey, man, what you doing?
I'm just coming to BJ's Rentals.
Well, I thought I was too, but I'm looking for a lift.
Oh, I got one in here.
What kind?
Blue. All right, Dave, it's all you. Bye, buddy. And just like that, we're back to the truck rental yard.
Everything worked out.
Cool.
Beautifully, we survived.
All right.
Boy, that thing rides like so smooth. I mean, just like, I'm in comfort. Plus, I was like, we must be in the sleeper cab.
We don't get it credited back at the $8 a gallon you guys charge? I think we overfilled the fuel tank just a little bit, and they're actually going to reimburse us for that, so that's cool.
That's weird.
Right.
Yeah.
I was told on the comment section that we need to watch out. They're going to nickel and dime us.
Well, but then, you know, like,
It's us.
per usual, yeah.
So after any decent sized project, we like to give whatever workplace we're working in a nice big deep clean. So we're currently going through the shop right now, giving it a deep clean. Number one, make sure there's no screws on the ground because we don't want to drive over top of those. And in the meantime, Dave is also making a fan shroud for us. Looking good so far, Dave.
You like that?
It looks great, man. So basically what Dave's working on is we're going to have a piece of plywood that slides in between these two frames right here, and then the fan will just go right up next to it and there'll be a nice cutout. That way we get some good ventilation going on in here. That's important, safety first. Dave, is this router known to the state of California to cause cancer?
Indeed it is.
Okay, good.
Not only that, but it produces carcinogens as well.
This is a lot of cancer right here in California, guys. There we go. Woo! Man.
Now for the test.
What's the test? Look at that. It's a classy move right there. That is a classy move. So the good news is, this place is starting to look like a place you can store some vehicles and work on them again, buddy. And the other good news is, hold on, let's go to the OBS out here. I've got a box here that hopefully has the correct mirror in it. I have no clue because I haven't opened it up yet. All right, let's open it up. Box, it's always promising. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we have got the correct mirror. Complete with new bolt and washers and lock washer. The OBS is about to be a complete truck again. So while Dave's out here enjoying the joys of a foam cannon, let's get this mirror put on. A couple other things I got for the truck are, number one, some new toolbox mounts, because you guys probably noticed in a lot of the videos, the toolbox is not sitting on that ledge anymore. The crappy little J bolts that came with the Husky toolbox were garbage, and they ended up breaking off at some point. So we got a couple new mounts for those to hopefully keep those in place. And then we got a 3M eraser wheel. I don't know if you guys have ever used one of these, but it is for taking off the adhesive that is left behind when you pull off side moldings or badging or anything like that on a vehicle. Personally, I've never used one. I usually do it the hard way, so hopefully that just makes life that much easier. So the reason my last mirror came off is we were actually on a job one day and I was coming through an alley and one of the guys with us was in the passenger seat. He thought he needed to fold the mirror in to fit through. Turns out he didn't, but he ended up snapping the original bolt that came with the mirror, and I could never drill it out. Like I fought it with like 14 different ways to try and drill out that bolt. I never could. So we ended up just welding a stud onto it. And that lasted for a solid like 2 years, and then eventually it just broke off going down the freeway. But hey, that don't matter anymore because we've got a new one. These old style mirrors are absolutely insane with the amount of triangulation and framework they got going into them. Yeah, I think they sent a little bit too short of a bolt there. That does not work. And this, guys, is the story of my life. Okay, well, hey, off to a great start, guys. I guess we'll be making a trip to Home Depot in a little while. Hey, Ron, why don't you work on your own vehicles? It's so much fun. All right, let's go for our second plan today of getting the toolbox back and secure here. These universal mounting blocks from DZ are much more stout than the little crappy J-hooks that the Husky box came with, so hopefully these don't break off this time. Slide the bolt into the slot, come up underneath with the clamp side. All right, then include an Allen wrench. Tighten it down. Well, hey, one thing actually works so far. Am I like now a certified mechanic? Now for these Nerf bars underneath the truck, all they ended up doing when whoever installed them is they just kind of crappily welded them to the frame. I don't know if you guys can't really see where the camera's pointing, but they're just some crappy tack welds right there on the frame. I don't know. So really all we gotta do is cut those welds off and then do a little touch-up paint on the frame, but I'm getting so conflicted now. Like now that I see it lifted, I don't hate them as much as I used to. How was your experience, Dave? How'd you enjoy the foam cannon washing experience?
Dude, I can't believe it. Look at my new van. I mean, geez.
Dave, you haven't reviewed the truck yet, buddy. Give us a quick review of the truck.
All right, man. I mean, in fairness to your viewers, I have seen the truck.
No.
Yeah, I mean, we tried to hold it a secret from me for as long as we could.
Take it again, Dave. Take it again. Take it seriously, man. We want a serious review here.
I can't believe you took a truck that, like, I mean, I'm used to seeing the 350, to which I've always thought, like, ah, it's the work truck. Now that it has these sweet wheels on it, I'm like...
Well, you know, in your honor, Dave, I made sure they didn't have any bolts around them.
Well, it did not go unnoticed.
All right, good.
It definitely did not go unnoticed. I mean, I think they're super classy looking, too. They got the classic feel, you know?
Right?
Like I've seen a lot of the chrome looking ones like that on the older trucks, but then this one's the matte black.
Oh.
You got a big problem though, dude.
Uh-oh, what's my problem, Dave?
Well, you like outperformed your truck. What are we gonna do to have the body follow suit? Because
you're saying we need a little paint touch up?
I feel like now that it's lifted and you got everything going for it, like, man, what do you want to do now? I mean, you're gonna get forced into painting this thing, dude.
I know.
I'm gonna have to go with like a 7.9, which is above, like, it's basically a 7 and 15/16, because like I can't let you have an 8 until you put in the work.
That's fair.
That all your viewers have on catching.
That's a lot better than I was expecting, Dave. I appreciate that. I'm gonna start putting it in the work right now. So if you look on this side of the truck, one of the reasons, like, I actually do kind of like the side molding now that I see it lifted, which is weird, I know. But one of the main reasons I don't mind taking it off is it's already peeling on the side of the bed over here. So, you know, it's not really gonna hurt my feelings if it comes off, and I guess we're already starting. And yes, I know fishing line kind of does the trick here, but we don't have any, so I'm just gonna yank on it. So here's the 3M eraser wheel. It doesn't really come with a chuck, but it comes with, I'm assuming, this piece that we could screw into the truck on the drill. Dave's skeptical.
Yeah, I've never seen one of these.
I've never used one, but I've seen videos and they seem to work really well.
What is this supposed to do?
It's gonna pull all that adhesive off. Like normally you used to have to like grab a bit of it and like fight it all day.
Yeah.
It's either that or it's gonna ruin the paint. I'm not sure.
Pretty good. There you go. Way better than I thought it was gonna work.
So in an effort to save my eraser wheel, I'm gonna pull some of this thicker stuff off first, and then we'll just come back and get the residue with the 3M wheel. So one of the techniques I've always found that works well with this stuff, because I've pulled trim off of all my other trucks without an eraser wheel, is pulling it back towards you instead of trying to pull it that way. And you can usually get it to come off pretty easy. Give it a quick wipe down. Might be a couple of little pieces left on there, but we'll go back and get those in a second. A little bit of yellow from the original paint color, but I think that's gonna be hard to see when the truck's a little bit dirty, right? Have you ever done something and then instantly regretted it? Yeah, that's just what happened over there. So I pulled the one off the bedside, which like all of this has like the same style of paint. I mean, I guess the bed is a little bit glossier, like somebody actually put a clear coat on it versus whatever crappy Earl Shive paint job that has no clear coat the rest of the truck is in. But I pulled off that molding and I'm like, all right, sweet. Like the paint looks a little yellower underneath, but that's not going to be that bad. And then I proceed to the rest of the cab, and well, clearly you can see the original, I'm guessing, Ford paint job, which is like nice and pure white and clear coated, and then you get this crappy paint job and quite the difference thereof. So even though I removed the molding, I've still got the stripe pretty heavily. And then when I was going to take it off, if you let that eraser wheel touch this super dry, like non-clear coat paint, it just left these marks on it, and yeah, no matter what I do, I can't seem to get those off. But regardless, going into this, like I know the truck needs a paint job. Clearly the paint is peeling a little bit here, and there's a little bit of rust, so, you know, it's not a perfect truck, it's a work truck, but I'm definitely, at this point, really committed. I don't even want to pull the molding off the other side because I don't want it to look stupid like that. I should have left the molding. That was a bad idea. I mean, it looks cool, aside from the stripe. I mean, the way things have been going today, I don't know if it's a good idea to start trying to cut these boogers off. Something else might go wrong. The whole frame might fall apart. You know, if this one didn't have a big old dent in it, I'd probably be much more convinced to keep them, but screw it, I'm going under. I'm cutting them off. All right, the objective is don't cut the parking brake line. So of course, to me, it looked like there was only a couple tack welds around the side of the brackets, but I didn't realize on the top of the bracket they had done a full bead weld on both of these, and there's just no way to really get a grinder up there, so I had to pull out the old 12-volt hacksaw. And in case you guys are wondering if the 12 volt's worth it, this was not a brand new battery. It's still got 3 bars left on it, and it cut pretty significantly through this bracket over here. If you can see it, like that's a pretty significant cut to still have 3 bars on there. It was cutting for a while. So let's do the back one. Oh, I think we got it. I think we got it. Don't fall. Don't fall. Come on. Look up. It's so close. You gotta go. Maybe. There we go. Woo! Good Lord, that took way longer than it should have. I was able to actually get the entire bracket off of the back, so at some point I'm gonna go in there and get the front bracket completely taken off as well. You guys can see there's still like the actual back plate of it on there. The back looks nice and clean. And well, I have to say, it does definitely make the truck look taller, so that's good. I'm gonna give my little 12-volt hacksaw there a break for a minute to cool off because it was definitely getting super hot, but here you guys go. I mean, I got the whole other side to do. I don't even know if I want to pull that trim off, but it's gonna have to eventually happen. But the sun is setting. It's probably gonna be put off till tomorrow or later tonight. So with that, guys, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not clicked subscribe already, please click the subscribe button now, that way you do not miss out on any future OBS or any other content. Don't forget to give this video a like, aka a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com, because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. You guys are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.